Hi, everyone, and welcome to our webinar where business meets innovation, where you can find out all about our International Business and AI degree at the University of Derby in collaboration with Rolls-Royce. This is a really exciting new accelerated degree that really bridges the gaps between university study and industry learning. So this is a great opportunity to find out more about the programme, ask any questions you may have. The webinar will be led by Programme Leader Mustabsar Awais. And if you have any questions throughout the presentation, please drop them in the Q&A box and we'll run through these at the end of the session. I'll now hand you over to Mustabsar.
Thank you very much, Emily. So hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar on discovering BSc Honours International Business and Artificial Intelligence at Derby, at the University of Derby in Derby Business School. I welcome you all. So my name is Dr. Mustabsar Awais. I'm the program lead for BSc Honours International Business and Artificial Intelligence program, and I will be presenting details for this program today. All right. So before we get into the details of the program, I think it's very important that we understand how the world is changing and how the future of work looks like. And I would like to present to you this important information where we understand, and I'm sure that all of you have some idea about how artificial intelligence and digital transformation are actually reshaping the businesses. So like firms, obviously they need more talent, but the talent they need the talent requirement have actually been changed. And this global shift has actually resulted in demand for 170 million new jobs by 2030. Well, we do understand that at this stage that probably there will be some job losses as well, but overall there will be net gain in the next 5 years based on the survey that has been conducted by World Economic Forum. Now, we do see that there are certain skills which are highly in demand. So, for example, big data, AI, and fintech specialists are among the top growth areas. And we see that these skills or these kind of areas are in top growth is because they can work anywhere. So they can work in any sector. So, for example, anyone with expertise in big data and AI, they can work in different sectors. So manufacturing, in IT, in banks, in investment banks, in the regulatory sector as well. Now, in terms of digital access and automation, they are the key drivers of this economic growth. But we do understand that we don't see it as a threat to the job market overall. How we see is that it's a really good opportunity for graduates, for a new talent, for a fresh talent, to equip them with the new skills, which will be very high in demand. Even in the current situation, they are very high in demand. And these skills are analytical thinking, technological literacy, resilience, flexibility, and agility. Now, these are important skills that any graduate has to equip themselves before they get into the job market if they want to be, successful. Now, moving further, we do understand, and it's just a quick overview of how the future of work looks like. And based on the survey that is conducted by World Economic Forum 2025 report, and it says that there are certain industries which are actually changing immensely. There is paradigm shift in those industries. For example, AI, information processing technology. So there is kind of huge change or shift going on in that industry based on how artificial intelligence and AI is changing the businesses. Same applies to robotics and robots and autonomous systems as well. And if you look at the numbers, you will see that these numbers are actually very, very interesting in terms of the demand for these skills because of the business transformation that is happening because of AI. Now, talking about the skill set, so here is another survey. Here's another survey that is also conducted by World Economic Forum that presents a very interesting scenario, and it's all positive as far as there is reskilling and upskilling going on. So we do see that there is some 77% organizations which are actually trying to reskill or upskill their workforce based on, the changes which are happening. There is 69% increase in hiring new or fresh talent, and there is 62% increase in hiring new people with skills to better work alongside artificial intelligence. Now, based on that information, what we understood so far is that it's really important for any graduate from any sector to understand that how they can work across different sectors, not only within their own sector. And that's why we believe that it's really important for to learn this artificial intelligence and at the same time to apply this into the businesses. Now, before we start introducing our program, it's really important. I'm sure that some of you will have an idea about what is artificial intelligence, but artificial intelligence generally refers to the ability of machines to mimic human intelligence, learning from data, solving problems, making decisions, and adapting to new situations. Well, good thing in a way that positive thing about artificial intelligence is that it increases the level of accuracy. It decreases the dependence on multiple resources, and it increases the productivity of businesses overall. That's why it matters to businesses. And that's why AI is playing a very pivotal role in the current situation. And you can see yourself that there are new industries which have actually been emerged in the global landscape. We can see that there is OpenAI, ChatGPT, that is run by OpenAI. There are other companies which have emerged after the emergence of AI, artificial intelligence, kind of boom in the job market. So we do see that if we focus on a cross-sectional kind of link between artificial intelligence and businesses, there is huge demand for the talent in the future to ensure that there is enough opportunities available for the graduates. Now, generally, I'm sure that you will have an idea about, everybody uses Google. So that's why I've used this one. So according to Sundar Pichai, who is CEO of Google, that artificial intelligence is one of the most important things humanity is working on. It is more profound than fire or electricity. So, generally speaking, there is a huge impact of artificial intelligence for everyone. So the stakeholders is not limited to only one side of the business. So everyone is stakeholder one way or the other for artificial intelligence. Now, understanding these scenarios and building on these scenarios, this year we have developed a program. We call it BSc Honors International Business on Artificial Intelligence, a fast-track undergraduate program that is offered in partnership with Rolls-Royce. So we understand that there is a huge demand for such skills which are actually interlinked between businesses and artificial intelligence. And it is really important that these skills need to be learned from the industry leaders. Hence is the partnership with Rolls-Royce. Now, so the BSc Honors International Business and Artificial Intelligence program focuses on future leaders by equipping them with cutting-edge AI skills, global business insights, and a forward-thinking mindset. The main, overall, the approach is to ensure that the graduates are ready for the future job market. They're learning the skills which will be high in demand. They're learning the skills for the future, and they're able to apply their skills. They should be able to apply their skills within the industry. So in this program, students develop the resilience to navigate disruption, the agility to seize emerging opportunities, and the confidence to lead in a tech-driven, interconnected world. And that's our main objective of this program. Now, right now, I have mentioned a lot of, words saying that there will be future, demand for skills and everything. But one of the most important things that we have learned so far within the higher education sector is that we need to stay as close to the industry as possible. The learning that we are doing, it has to be applied it has to be learned from the industry leaders as well as academic leaders as well. And at University of Derby, we take pride in our collaboration with different industrial partners. And we have been working with Rolls-Royce for the last several years, where we have developed some excellent relationships. And based on that, we developed a collaboration with Rolls-Royce. And because it's quite obvious that Rolls-Royce is a global leader in engineering, innovation, and advanced technologies. And the BSc Honors International Business and AI gives students direct exposure to real-world challenges at the intersection of business and AI. So this unique partnership ensures graduates build the expertise, vision, and adaptability needed to lead in a rapidly evolving global economy. And what the best opportunity is that the students will have the opportunity to learn from an industry leader that is a Fortune 500 company. So moving further, let's quickly look at the program objectives. So as I have reiterated multiple times, that our focus is very much applied. It is focused on industry to ensure that you are learning some key skills which will be high in demand in the future, as well as in the current situation as well. So one of the main objectives is to develop agile leaders and innovators who can quickly adopt to different changes, empower students with cutting edge AI expertise, encourage innovation and entrepreneurship, gain competitive advantage through industry experience, foster strategic thinking, and integrate artificial intelligence with business decision making. Now, one of the important aspects of this program is that we don't teach you how to be an engineer. Okay, so we don't teach you in this program how to actually, we don't teach you to be, kind of a software engineer using artificial intelligence. That's not what we do. What we do is that we help you understand artificial intelligence from industrial perspective and how to apply it in the real-time business environment in collaboration with our partner Rolls-Royce to foster strategic thinking. So that's something that is really important. You have to keep in mind when you're making decisions. So obviously you need to learn some technical skills. So for example, programming, but it is up to a very basic level where everyone can learn it. And we are not trying to make you a kind of technical expert in AI. But the main purpose is you understand the technology and you're able to, foster strategic thinking and gain competitive advantage. Now, looking at the program structure, so as we have mentioned at the start, so it is a fast track program. It's a 2 years program. This is not an apprenticeship program. This is simply a 2-year fast track program, and every semester in this program is a 10-week semester. So we have tried to make sure that students touch each and every area that is very much important for the industry and developing their transferable skills. So every semester we have 60 credits, and within these 60 credits, we have developed different modules. So for example, in the first semester, you will start with fundamentals of business analytics and AI. That I believe it's a very important subject to learn and understand the basics. And then you will be, after developing these bases, you will be studying some technical modules. So for example, information system for business. And then moving further, you will be also studying, business modules as well, which is very important in terms of understanding the global business scenarios. In year 2, we start with building AI solutions. I believe that this is also a unique module where students have the opportunity to actually build AI solutions. So here you're not meant to develop any kind of software, or you're not required to develop any applications. The main purpose is to build artificial intelligence solutions which are helpful for businesses to make strategic decisions. Now, this is something really important. And building up our foundations in year 2, what we do is that you will be covering different aspects of that. For example, managing big data, and then at the same time, studying about global strategic leadership, and then how to create value within the business based on value creation module as well. So finally, The applied project is a sponsored project, will be a sponsored project that you will be completing within a group, and that is supervised by the academic supervisor as well as mentor from Rolls-Royce, and it can be our other industrial partners as well if they show any interest in the projects as well. So that's the structure of the program. Now, we have discussed about our program as well, but one of the important questions can be is that why study at the University of Derby? So we take kind of pride in terms of our industry collaborations. This is very important for us, and the focus is always on the applied learning and teaching. So based on that, you will see that we are in top 5 for employability. We are top 5 for course equality as well. We are in 96% of our graduates are in work or further study after completing their program. And we are also leading in other ratings as well. But most important things for me, if you ask me, that it's very important that, the program structure and the program, and in terms of how we approach the program as a university. And you can see that our focus is quite applied to make sure that our graduates are ready for the job market. Similarly, if you look at our other programs, so without getting into that detail, we are doing very well in our ratings. So in terms of marketing, we are first for graduate prospects. We are top 10 for graduate prospects in marketing based on Complete University Guide feedback. So generally speaking, we are doing really well in terms of different other business and management programs as well. In accounting and finance, overall, we are in top 20, top 50, top 20 and top 10 ranking in terms of teaching, in terms of student satisfaction, and in terms of teaching in finance as well. Now, it's one of the most important things, if you ask me, apart from the structure and everything, is actually the infrastructure that is available for you. That is resources which are available to the students to support their learning and teaching activities. And once again, we are really proud to announce that in this September, we are moving to a new building, new business school building. That is a sustainable building with a net zero focus, and where all different types of facilities are available. So, for example, all these facilities are state-of-the-art facilities, starting from creativity lab, virtual suites, logistics lab, finance lab, library services. And what I like most about our new building is the lecture theaters, because the way lecture theaters have been designed are in such a way that everyone is sitting in front of each other, and you can directly interact with your peers, and you can interact with your lecturer as well. And that is one of the main focus in our BSc Honors IB and AI program, to ensure that that you are communicating. You're learning from your peers, you're learning from your academic supervisors, you're learning from your mentors and our industry partners as well. So new building provides some excellent space, excellent opportunities where you can excel, and you can spend time to study. If you want to do some sort of entrepreneurial activity, you want to set up a company, so there will be enough opportunities available. One of the most important things is that you will notice that we have set up the business zone. So, for example, we are actually co-located with the industry. So there will be industrial partners within the building. I believe that's something really unique for University of Derby, because you don't have to go out, you don't have to contact anyone. Obviously, you do need to prepare yourself, look at your proposal, but there will be industry partners on the same premise where you're studying. So this is a great opportunity as well. Well, considering that our links with employers, so as I mentioned earlier, our focus is always on applied learning and teaching. We take pride in our relationship with Rolls-Royce, who is the industry leader and a Fortune 500 company. We take pride with all our industrial partners. So, for example, Barclays, IBM, PwC, Tata Group, And there are different other, companies where our students have been employed in terms of getting work placements, internship opportunities as well. So usually what we do, not specifically in this program, but overall, uh, it's a set standard in our academic learning and teaching that we have regular guest lectures, we have industry visits, we have industry projects. Students uh, take opportunities to have some international visits as well, whenever they are available. And there is dedicated career support available to all the students to ensure that by the time they graduate, they receive their feedback on their CVs, they're ready for the job market, for the graduate job opportunities, and they do well, even after leaving the university as well. So that's a summary of our links with the employers as well. So, guys, thank you for listening so far. And what I can say is that the future is you. It's all focused on you. So please do explore more about our program. You will see that it's something really interesting, and the focus is on the future. The focus is to prepare for the future job market and opportunities. Thank you very much. And we have some open days coming up in June. So please feel free to use the link and to register yourself for the open days. And in case you have any queries, you have any questions, please type your questions, and I will be happy to answer these questions. And in case you want to get some feedback, you want to get some more information, please feel free to contact our marketing team. Please leave a message for our marketing team, and I'm sure that they will get in touch with you. And I will be happy to respond to any queries related to program structure, related to program design as well. Well, thank you very much. And Emily, over to you. If you have got any questions, please.
Thank you, Mustabsar. So we'll now run through the questions that have been posted. And if anyone has any more questions, please feel free to put them into the Q&A. So our first question is, will the Rolls-Royce experiences be in Derby or at other sites?
So it will be on campus, and at the same time, there are some opportunities. There will be some events there which will be on Rolls-Royce premises as well throughout the United Kingdom. So students, there will be some guest lecture, so they will be in the classroom, and at the same time, there will be some immersive activities which can happen anywhere within the UK, wherever Rolls-Royce premises, Rolls-Royce, head office exists. So this is how it is at the moment.
Thank you very much. And our next question is, what kind of job could this lead to?
Okay, so I mean, first of all, what we need to just to be clear on for this program. So although our program is in partnership with Rolls-Royce, however, there is no commitment from Rolls-Royce. And the reason we wanted to keep it that way is we wanted to make sure that our students have more opportunities. Because what I believe that once you graduate with this kind of experience and skill set, there will be multiple job opportunities in multinational companies, in Fortune 500 companies, in banks, in different supply chain companies. So starting from graduate jobs, depending on your experience, obviously, but there will be multiple opportunities. So you cannot be restricted to only one specific industry. And as I have mentioned in one of my slides, that a good thing about big data and AI and studying international business is that it prepares you for any industry. So it can be, in the automobile sector, if you like, or it can be in the banks. So it can be anywhere, depending on your preferences as well.
Amazing, thank you. So our next question is, can I still apply for September?
Yes. So you can, and please do it as soon as possible. Because in terms of admission, so there is certain criteria that we have to follow. And in that case, please do it as soon as possible. If you need any information, please get in touch with us, with me, with our marketing team. We will be happy to help you.
Thank you. So our final question is, what kind of projects will I work on?
All right. So in terms of projects, so there will be multiple projects, and all these projects will be related to the real world business challenge. So for example, just a quick one. So Rolls-Royce has actually led Power by the Hour project as well. So that has actually changed the aerospace industry all around the world. So considering that, it's a very good case study, and this can be one of the project as well. So, and there will be other projects related to different sectors, related to different business applications as well.
Perfect. So thank you very much for joining us this evening, and we hope this answered all of your questions about the degree. If you'd like to discover more about international business and AI, we'd really recommend joining us at one of our upcoming open days on the 20th and 21st of June, where you can meet our programme team, tour the university and visit our student accommodation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone.